Morning, respected sir. Now I am discussing about scale or sludge. So before going to scale or sludge, we should briefly discuss about what are the boiler troubles. So boiler trouble. These are three types. The first one is priming and foaming. The first one is priming and foaming, and the second one is scale or sludge. The second one is scale and sludge, and the third one is caustic embrittlement. So these are the main boiler troubles for the industry. So from this all we are discussing about scale. So I am adding this. So what is scale? Scale is nothing but a sticky precipitate or hard compound which is deposited in the boiler. And the main source of boiler troubles is this scale, because it is very hard to remove this from the boiler. So the reasons for this scale formation is, what are the reasons? So the first one is decomposition of calcium bicarbonate. Decomposition of calcium bicarbonate. So what is the reason why this calcium bicarbonate is the reason for the scale formation? Means whenever we have to add this calcium bicarbonate into the water, this is calcium bicarbonate. So when we boil this water, this calcium bicarbonate decomposes into calcium carbonate plus H2O plus CO2. This is the chemical reaction for the decomposition of calcium bicarbonate. So this calcium bicarbonate will decompose into calcium carbonate, and this is the calcium carbonate which is insoluble in water. This will deposit in the boiler, which is very hard to remove from the boiler. So this is one of the reasons. So the second reason for the scale formation is deposition of calcium sulfate. This calcium sulfate has a specific and different nature from the other bivalent ions. So this calcium sulfate is more soluble in cold water. So whether other bivalent ions will more soluble in hot water, but this is one of the exception. So calcium sulfate is more soluble in cold water, and which is less soluble in hot water. So for the steam generation, we have to boil the water. So in the boiling of water, this calcium sulfate will stick to the surface of the boiler, and this is also which is very hard to remove from the boiler. So this is the second reason for the scale formation. And the third reason for the scale formation is hydrolysis of magnesium solids. Hydrolysis of magnesium sulfate. For example, we will take the magnesium chloride salt. When hydrolysis means reaction with H2O or water. So we will take this with magnesium chloride reacts with H2O at high temperature because we are boiling the water for steam generation. No? So that's why we will boil in the water. After the boiling, this magnesium chloride becomes magnesium hydroxide. So magnesium hydroxide is insoluble in water. So it will lead to the formation of scale. It will deposit inside the surface of the boiler and it leads to scale formation. So this is the third reason for the scale formation. And the fourth reason for the scale formation is presence of silica, which is already known as SiO2. So how this will leads to the scale formation means in water, in hot water, there are many minerals will contain. So from that, if the silica is present in small amount also, it will lead to the scale formation. How I will tell you. If this is a water, it contains some calcium or magnesium, whatever. Calcium or magnesium salts. Then calcium chloride, for example, reacts with SiO2, which is already known as silica. So it will convert the calcium